Hey, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Chris, and today we're going to be doing a review of a 4x18 wireless uplight from our friends at TomTom. If this is your first time here, please consider clicking that subscribe button. This channel is pretty much dedicated to finding inexpensive lighting gear, DJ gear, and just a little something for some fun, even at home, house parties, garage parties, or even for my home disco enthusiasts. All right, let's get into this. Today we're doing a review of a 4x18 uplight. An uplight is probably the quintessential piece of lighting gear for any DJ right now. It has so many possible uses. It can be used to uplight a wall. It can be used to uplight the underside of a table with a skirt. It can glow through. It's good for a facade. It's good for downlighting. It's good for washing a dance floor. It's also great for accenting things like props or anything you want to show, like even if you put it up kind of underneath part of a plant or something in the corner. It's an awesome effect, and it just has so many uses that uplights are a very great light to consider if you're going to add to your light show. All right, so we did get the box from our friends at TomTom from China, and I've already unboxed it because I wanted to plug it in, charge it, make sure it was ready to go. In the box, you do have a remote control. It's a very simple little, tiny little remote control, LED, and we'll get into that in a minute. All right. You do have the charging brick. Little tiny input. All right. And then you have the light. There's no frills with this packaging. It's a cardboard box. It's a brown cardboard box with the styrofoam that's needed. All right. Here you go, looking good. Look at that, very nice, 4x18. Once again, you have a 4x18 battery operated light. We're talking right about $100, all right, so it is battery. It has a 30-degree beam angle. It has 2.4 gig, it's very easy for wireless DMX. It also has the remote control, which I stated before. It's small, it's between 3 and 4 pounds. All right, so this is nice and light, fits in almost the palm of your hand, all right? And then basically all you have on it is your on and off switches, on and off. You have DMX in and out if you want to hardwire it. You have your little tiny plug right here in the back. This is for powering the unit. Obviously you can leave it plugged in to power it, or this is basically for charging. So this is, you know, it's got a little cap on here. This is one of the things I don't like about the light is the little tiny charging thing. I'll get into that in a minute. You have your LED display for the menu. And with this, you can go through all your operations. And you also have a little tiny power meter right here. Little tiny power meter right there. You have battery life of 3 to 3.5 hours with the whole unit completely on, 100%. Then you have 6 to 8 hours for the auto modes. And then you have up to 20 hours for a single color, okay? So battery life is good. And then one of the things that I really like about this light right out of the box is this big flat yoke right here. All right, it's kind of hard to see, but it has this little mark right in there so you can kind of lock it in. And when you tighten it down, you'll notice that you have a nice big flat base. So on a flat surface, you have no problem setting it and turning it a little bit, all right? So you get some nice, if you want to wash walls and you're just slightly off, you can do that. Where, you know, that kind of two-piece yoke is kind of a pain sometimes. This is really nice and easy. All right, so I really do like that. And obviously it does have a little hole for mounting it. So you can, if you want to, you can mount it up and hang it. So let's turn that sucker on. All right, we turned it on, so you're gonna see the display right on the side. And what you have in it is you have auto modes, you have channels. This is a 6, 8, and 10 DMX channel operation. And if you do use a DMX, you're gonna wanna use 10 channel because then you can access all the auto programs, okay? So I just remembered, the remote that was sent to me didn't work. But I have a few different lights, and some of the Chinese lights have very generic remotes apparently, because I got uplights a long time ago. I've got a box of 12 uplights, and this remote, because every time they send you one of these, there's a remote. So if you get 4, 5, 6 of them, you'll get 4, 5, 6 remotes. This one did work with the unit, and we'll show you that now. You basically, from the remote control, you can go through all 32 of the colors. All right, so you have like all 32 of the colors, which are everything from purples and magentas to greens, reds, blues. So red, green, blue, amber, white, and red, green, blue, amber, white, and ultraviolet. They call it purple, and they call the amber yellow. You can go through those and adjust those and dim those with the remote, but you can't do it for all 32 colors from the remote. You can see that I'm bringing this up slowly. Also with the remote, you have the option to go through the sound active modes and whatnot. You can do them all right on the remote. You have sound active, you have strobe, snap, fade, auto. And the only thing I couldn't get to work was snap, but the auto modes, I can find out here. So auto modes, as you can see, we're going through right now, just basically going through all the colors. It'll probably go through all 32 of them. And then with the fader thing, you can change the speed of them. You can see that they're going faster. All right, so all the auto modes have 10 different speeds, and you can actually see this changing on the LED display in the back when I start to do it. All right, so you have that, you have the fades. The fades are nice. And again, you can change the speeds. You can speed it up, get your fades going faster and faster. And you also have your strobe. Remote's it's pretty sensitive. And again, you can change the speed of the strobes too. By pressing the strobe button, you can see that the strobe changes. Woo-woo. All right, who wants to see more of that? Not this guy. All right. Then you also have sound active. And the sound active has like 4 or 5 different modes, and this one is the mutation mode. So you see it'll snap on, it'll fade out. It's pretty cool. You can actually change these all through here too. So you have one that strobes and one that snaps and fades. I think that's actually mutation mode. That's the other one. This is kind of a fade. So pretty cool. The only problem with the sound active is that there's no sensitivity meter, okay? So the best way to get full control out of this is through DMX. Through DMX, you get access through everything, including all the auto programs and mutation mode, which doesn't seem to work through the remote. It is what it is, but you do get the in 10 channel operation. I really like this thing. I really like the compact size of it. I mean, look at it. It's so nice. 3 to 4 pounds, $100 or so. I think it's 108, 110, something like that. I'll put it up, and I'll put a link in the description below. But these are cool. I'm gonna be, I'll demo this whole thing against the wall, so I'll probably be showing it during this video. You can go through everything manually in the menu as well. So if you need to really dial in a color, you can do that. It has a temperature gauge. I don't think you'll ever use that. Your channel selection, you have all your colors right through the menu here. So you can go through all 32. Then you have your auto programs. All right. And this is, I think, your mutation mode, which you'll see it's kind of fading out, and pop it on. All right. Then you have your fades. And each one of these auto programs has 10 different speeds. Your strobe, and then, like I said, again, your sound actives. Other than that, you can go through regular mode, the NANU. You can actually go through and fine tune the colors. So if you have red, green, blue, amber, white, and ultraviolet, also known as yellow and purple, from the Chinese manufacturers, you can actually dial them up 0 to 255 on each one to get the exact perfect color you want. So the question is, why wouldn't you buy Uplights? Uplights are awesome. Like I said, they're the most versatile lights that we use. I'll put some video up of some just uplighting around a dance floor with a couple small movers, nothing but colors, nothing fancy, but it really changes the whole feeling of the room. So hope you like this review, guys. I really like these lights. Multiple purposes, like I said before, but one of the things that I really like is the size, because often we have a table behind us, or we have some hard to reach places with tables. And if we really want table topping these, or even some window sills and some ledges, these will do the trick opposed to some of the other lights that we have used in the bigger ones, all right? The 6x18 is just a little bit too big of a footprint for it, but you'll see what this looks like on the wall, and I really don't see much of a downside to these at all, except for the charging, all right? You get a full charge. I think they suggest at least 4 hours, but I think up to 8, 10, 12 hours, something like that to fully charge, which is not a big deal, but it's the charging port and the brick. If you get more than like 3 of these, even a 6-channel, 6-strip, a normal size strip, you're not gonna be able to put all these bricks in there. So if you had a dozen of these, you need some kind of a, a couple power banks of sorts to, strips in order to charge these, just because of the size of the brick's a little wide. But other than that, I love these lights, guys. Check them out. Hope you like this review. Once again, my name's Chris. Please leave a comment below. Link will be below for these and all the other lights I've done, and I've got more coming. So thanks again, guys. See you soon.